Hi, everyone. You are watching TBI TV, brought to you by Midwest Functional Neurology. I am Amy Zellmer, and today we're talking about lack of awareness. So, what do I mean by lack of awareness? Well, kind of exactly what I'm saying. I remember, especially in that first 12 to 15 months after my accident, I had a very hard time reading things, as in situations. Like I couldn't read body signals, I couldn't read facial cues. I had a complete lack of awareness about things that we were supposed to do. So, for example, I remember going to Target and I'd walked around Target, did my shopping, came home, and as I walk in my front door, there's a mirror on the wall. And I look in the mirror as I'm walking in, and I have food on my mouth. I had like spaghetti or something for dinner, and it just didn't even occur to me, one, to wipe my mouth off after I ate, and two, to check to make sure I'd wiped my face off before I left the house. Just that lack of awareness of things that we would normally do. So I remember coming home and being like, oh my God, I just walked around Target for an hour and a half with food on my face. I look like a freaking idiot, you know? And then talking to people, I remember my friend he's very jokesy, sarcastic. He likes to use humor, and he would say something to me and I'd be like, that's really mean. And he'd be like, it was a joke. And it was very clear to him that I couldn't read, because we use facial cues, and we typically can distinguish sarcasm from actual conversation, right? And so he learned real quickly that he had to say, I'm joking, or this is a joke, or I'm kidding, because I couldn't read it. And I couldn't read situations. There was just a lack of awareness. And I think it's just stemmed from, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. This is just my opinion. But I think it stems from we go into this mode of overwhelm. And, the whole change jar theory, and if you have $5 in your change jar and it takes $1 just to brush your teeth in the morning, and it takes $2 to take a shower and wash your hair, you keep using up your energy, and the only way to replenish that energy is with a nap. So I feel like some of it stems from just that overstimulation. We've overdone things. And so our brain goes into conservation mode and uses the energy just to keep us upright and walking, and doesn't necessarily use that energy to read facial cues and expressions and, tasks such as making sure your face is clean. So that lack of awareness was really interesting. Sorry, my calendar just popped up on my screen. So that lack of awareness was really, really challenging. And like I said, it would be a lack of, being aware that maybe I should put a jacket on before I go outside. It's maybe 40 degrees outside. I might need to put a jacket on. And then I'd get outside and be like, oh, it's cold out. Well, oh, well, and I'd get in the car and go to the grocery store anyway. So just that lack of awareness of our surroundings. And I know someone told me that they go for a walk every morning, no matter sunshine, rain, snow, and their spouse has to help them pick appropriate attire, because they might put on shorts and a t-shirt even though it's snowing outside. They just can't make that connection, that lack of awareness. So it's just all these weird little idiosyncrasies. We take these things for granted without a brain injury. And then when we have a brain injury, we're just not even aware that these things are happening, that we're doing these things. When I saw the food on my face in the mirror, I was like, why is that there? Oh, I didn't wipe my face after I ate dinner, and before brain injury, if we would eat spaghetti, you're slurping your spaghetti and you probably get sauce all over the place, right? At least I do. We would like wipe our face as we're eating. But with brain injury, we don't even think about it. It doesn't even occur to us. There's just that total lack of awareness. And I know sometimes friends and spouses and caregivers, they get frustrated. Like, you should know better. Put a jacket on. Why don't you have a jacket? Oh my God, why didn't you grab an umbrella? It's pouring rain outside. Things like that, we just simply, I don't know whether it's that we don't understand or we just don't have the energy. I don't quite understand that disconnect for us. Like, if it's just simply a specific part of the brain that's been damaged, or, I don't know the answer to why it happens, but it happens. And, I know it happens to many of us, and it's something that I hear people talk about all the time, but they might not, have a name for it. They might not know exactly what they're talking about, but they're talking about, that lack of awareness. And lack of awareness is a word that I just gave it. I don't know if it has an actual medical term or not, but that lack of awareness of reading situations and, just like reading situations, whether it's facial cues in a conversation or, the weather outside or whatever it might be. So I hope that this has helped some of you understand what you're dealing with, and maybe it's helped a caregiver or a loved one help understand what it is that you're dealing with and why we do the really weird things we do sometimes. And, it's not something you can just get over or stop being that way or, turn the off switch. It has to take time to heal itself. And, I know, like I said, in those early months after my injury, it was just a thing. Like, it didn't matter if I was tired or anything. It just always was that way. And now, it's pretty good. Like, I mostly, figured all that stuff out, but there's still times if I'm tired or if I'm trying to multitask or whatever, that's when those things still creep back in. So anyway, you can learn how to manage it. So it does get better. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to share this video, comment, like, give it some love. And I hope that you guys are enjoying these video series, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks everyone.